It's a Honda, it begins with a G, and in the words of Rolf Harris, can you guess what it is yet? Which is no surprise really when you see the enormous size of the thing. I mean, look at it. Part sofa, part motorcycle. It's not quite a car, but it's not quite a bike either. It's somewhere in between. The best bit of this whole experience though is that despite the enormous size, this bike really can motor. With that 1800cc flat six lump in there pumping out 120 horsepower, get that throttle open and this bike will whoosh forwards with seemingly indecent haste for a girl so big. But before we praise the Wing too much, I'm going to tell you there is one small fly in the ointment, and you're going to find it down here. It's the gearbox. Fine when the bike's new, but it is a little clunky, and eventually there may be a slight problem with it jumping out of gear. Otherwise, the joyous experience continues throughout the bike. The stereo kicks good and loud, you can hear it happily all the way up to 90. The riding position is absolute pure armchair, and pillions can happily be lost in the back seat for days before you find them again. Sure, the bike's over the top, sure it's a behemoth tarts handbag on wheels, but not only will it make you laugh, it'll take you around the world and back before you even know you've left. And if you're going a long way, you're going to need plenty of storage space, so it's a good job the Wing can carry more luggage than your average Starship Enterprise. Just look at all the space you've got in there. Now the Starship Enterprise theme continues if you come up to the front of the bike, where you're going to find so many buttons, gizmos and gadgets to keep you occupied on the long haul. Just make sure you don't get so engrossed in looking for Radio 4 that you forget to look at what's going on ahead of you. Now, if you're taking the missus away and she's filled up the back of the bike with all her shoes and makeup, you'll be pleased to know there's still space for your pants in there. But with all this stuff on board and an extra body and the luggage and everything, how's the handling going to be? Obviously the bike does wallow and bounce its way around a bit, but you can hustle a Wing as long as you're prepared to work at it. You'd also better be prepared to get some new footboards every now and again, because you're going to grind them to pieces in no time. So there you have it, the Honda Goldwing, a bike that will not only cross continents, but it'll keep you very entertained while you're doing it. It is a defining experience of modern biking. Love it or loathe it, the one thing you can't do is ignore it. So, how do we rate it overall? Performance, 8 out of 10. Handling does the job, but the best piece of this bike has to be that flat six motor. The way it picks up and rockets you into the sunset, a way a bike this big really shouldn't, has to be felt to be believed. Style, 9 out of 10. Kinda lovely in a disgusting sort of way. Comfort, 10 out of 10. If any bike's more comfortable than this, I'd be very surprised. Reliability, 8 out of 10. It's a Honda, it's built to last. Value for money, 7 out of 10. It's a very expensive motorcycle, but what you get is very unique and very well finished.